This will be Todd Standing's live show. I think you can probably hear me, but it still says we're waiting for the broadcast to be published. And drum roll as the bar moves along. Good day. My name is Todd Standing. Normally I say I'm the man that takes people out in the field, but let's skip that today. I'm the man that's filmed Sasquatch multiple times in live action, and I tell people, don't take my word for it, come out with me and I will show you a Sasquatch. So let's do that today. Wouldn't that be nice to have a little hoodie there? Anyway, I'm not going to keep my hand up there. I apologize for the darkness. So, going to start. Hey, happy Earth Day. Oh my God, Earth Day. I'll tell you, I do Sasquatch research because it's always Earth Day for me. Sasquatch are the Earth people. We, in society, as human beings, hello SoCal Forest Ninjas, have tried to separate ourselves and have done a pretty good job of separating ourselves from nature. We went from hunter-gatherers connected to the wilderness, hunting and foraging for naturally occurring foods, which is what Sasquatch do, which is what I do when I go researching for Sasquatch quite a bit. And we've turned into this farmer, herder, grower, and separated ourselves from nature, separated ourselves from the connectivity to the animals that provide us with sustenance, from nature that grows beautiful abundance to us, separated ourselves, and I do Sasquatch research because I am the antithesis of that, because I want to go back to that, because I've been inspired by Earth Day to do my Thursday video. Hello, Amanda. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been deeply inspired because I feel like it's very obvious to me that when we separate ourselves from nature, we do serious damage to ourselves. Look at the drugs. Look at the mental issues. Look at all you can't. Nature is so powerful. It's been around for so long. It's tried, tested, and true. And this is an experiment that we're working on right now. Farming, agriculture, growing, separating from nature, living in cement buildings surrounded by chemicals and glass and electricity. This is an experiment, and it's scaring me. That's why I do Sasquatch research. It's all about the earth. When I go out and have success with Sasquatch, it's because of the earth. It's because of my connectivity to the earth. It's because I track. Tracking is connectivity to the hunting part of me, and the gathering. Hunting and gathering is tracking. Someone who goes out and tracks strawberries and tracks berries and low bush somebody who looks off into the mountain and go, the low bush cranberries are going to be there because that's where the wind comes and the growth and the sun is perfect for them. They're going to be right there. That's tracking to me. That's real tracking. Tracking is about survival in nature. When I call myself and refer to myself as a tracker, that's what I mean. It's not just following footsteps. It's not even one-dimensional. This is, if I was in a 7-dimensional world, if tracking was 10 dimensions, that would be one dimension of it. There's no such thing as a 10-dimensional world. It sounds preposterous, and it should. But that's how ridiculous it is when people go tracking is following the steps. That's one dimension of such a deep thing, and that's what the connectivity to Earth is. The more I get connected to Earth, the more I feel the Earth, the closer I get to the Sasquatch. It's as simple as that. So happy Earth Day to all of us. What a wonderful, I'm so glad we're celebrating Earth Day. I saw a little speech from Jane Goodall, just got teary-eyed. She's such a hero of mine. And all the incredible biologists and people that are connected to the Earth. Congratulations on Earth Day. Let's protect and conserve our beautiful planet, please. I know we're going through a tough time right now with the virus that's going on. It's horrible. My heart goes out on every level. I don't know. It's terrible. So, but I had some wonderful questions from Facebook. I see people are on board today. Hello, everybody! Wow, from all over the world, we're getting over 10,000 views a video now. I'm so pleased with that because I went away for a while when the video views were so high, but I'm back and I'm just so devoted to this stuff now, guys. I'm really here to stay. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's going to be an awesome show. You guys have the hardest, it's not just the questions are hard, they're challenging. I was nervous to come on today because I was, man, Earth Day, I'm doing an Earth Day live show, and it's scary because the Earth is such a big responsibility to me. And that's all that Sasquatch research is about to me. It's all about Earth. They're the Earth people. They're the original hunter-gatherers. You must understand that's how we survive. We are hunter-gatherers. That's where we're from. And I don't care how much you try to separate yourself. For God's sake, you must understand. You eat plants. Those plants grow from the earth. You think you're but it comes out of cardboard and plastic. No. Give me an example of something that you're eating and you're consuming that's not from the earth. It's from the earth, all of it. And when we destroy this beautiful planet, we destroy all our way of living. And you might be in some building, you sleep in a bed, and you have your little computer and your electricity, and you think you're not connected to nature, but you are. You have to be. And the closer you get to nature, the closer you are to being natural and organic. Do you want to eat organic food? Be an organic person. That's what a Sasquatch is. This all ties in together precisely. You must understand that. Precisely. It's all I'm about is the earth. When even a little thing goes off in my head and we go, he's a Sasquatch tracker, he's a Sasquatch researcher. I don't mind that one. Not expert, researcher. I research them. And a little thing goes off in my head because I don't really feel that's true. I feel like I'm an earth researcher. I'm trying to find a way to reconnect us to the earth, and there's no better way to do that than to introduce Sasquatch, because they never left it. Because they really, really understand that. Get connected, people. Care about your food. Care about what you put in your body. Care about the treatment of the animals that you consume. If they go through horrible and had a horrible life, how do you think that ingests into your body, for goodness sake? So I worship, honest to God, I worship the earth and I worship the sun. The sun to me is life. When I do this is the power of the sun. I found a way to, the sun shone down to the planet and this beautiful earth, and the earth, those calories to walk around and grow and live. So for me, this beautiful planet is the perfect combination of biology and water and sun. It's magnificent, guys. Love the planet. Let's do. It's such a delicate ecosystem. You don't understand how. My God, rain won't happen if there's no biology. You know, aquifers we all survive on this stuff. If we don't get water to our plants and our animals, we die. So you're never going to be disconnected from the earth. When the ocean is gone, we are in deep trouble. I don't know how we can survive these things. Stay connected, guys. You don't eat plastic. We are carbon-based, earth-based, beautiful life forms. And that, now you know why. Because of this Earth Day, that's why I do Sasquatch research. Because of the earth. That's the number one reason. I'm absolutely in the know that this discovery will help bring us back to the earth, will help us connect with a beautiful kind of earth spirituality. So do you get it? Passion, love. It's Sasquatch. That's why I do it. That's why I talk about the wolves. I love species. I love the plants. I love the wilderness. If you don't love the wilderness and you don't love plants, don't do Sasquatch research. Get out of it. If you have your little technology and your computer and your camera and you think you don't, get out of it. Without that love and that passion, you're done. That's why science has, in a lot of ways, failed us, hasn't it? Where's the science that's proven this? The species is real, right? It's real. Over. So for those of you who don't know me, the species exists. Don't take my word for it. I take people out and show them. I did it with Survivor Man John. I'll keep doing it. Hello to Darren from Michigan. He's my latest expeditioner. What a wonderful, awesome man. So Michigan is such a rich, beautiful place. And I got this awesome, beautifully connected human being, father, husband, and nature lover on expedition this year. I'm so excited about having him on board. Former military officer, just credentials, right? Hunter, meat hunter. I'm so fortunate. What a beautiful lover of the earth on Earth Day. You know, another guy on board. Awesome. So I'm going to answer some Facebook questions like I said I would. Really awesome questions on Facebook. So I think it was Alan asked language. Oh, if they have, no, this is what his question was. If they have language, if they give gifts, if they have culture, wouldn't it be unethical for us to put them in zoos, for example? And that's not precisely his question, but he was asking about where does that leave them? And the answer is they do have culture. They are spiritual, and they are sentient is the exact word you want to use. And if the day that a gorilla or a chimpanzee shows culture, has a gift, and it gives a gift, has that level of self-awareness to show culture, to show spirituality, they're actually sentient entities, and they have rights like human beings, and you can't put them in zoos anymore. And it's a big argument amongst primatologists that the gorillas and chimpanzees and orangutans are sentient bonobos, and you can't put them in zoos. So it's an argument that's going on. But obviously there are orangutans and gorillas and chimpanzees in zoos, so we're losing that argument. That argument will never take place with Sasquatch. I won't allow it. They will never be put in zoos. How many people here would ever allow that? They're a sentient being. If you took them, it's like we did it with orcas and dolphins, though, didn't we? What a horrible atrocity to take a creature. If you had any idea of what an orca and a dolphin, they just live in this liquid atmosphere where they just travel such incredible distances, and they're so free up and down. And you take them and you put them in a pool and you take away all the sounds and all their, destroys them. Totally destroys them. It's amazing they survived as long as they did. What an incredible species to endure that kind of horrific torture. We don't know freedom. Like, it's literally they're flying in an aquatic environment. You don't see how fast a dolphin or an orca moves. They're gorgeous. I don't call them killer whales. I don't like that terminology. They're beautiful. You don't call wolves killer deer, you know. So I love the term orca. It's a beautiful term. They're a beautiful species, and it was wrong for us to put them in caves, in enclosures, or whatever you call them. Not caves, but enclosures, in cages. And that's why, even for God's sake, biologists weren't doing those orca training. Biologists would have nothing to do with it because it was an absolute atrocity. The man who did Flipper and did the movie, not Blackfish, but the other movie with the dolphins. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting the name. It's so irresponsible of me to. Anyways, this man, Rich Barry, I think is his name. He's an absolute hero, bringing orcas and dolphins out of those horrible SeaWorld places. We can't put Sasquatch in there, guys. It could never, ever happen. Wait! Sorry, I got a Roddy. She's going to chew on a bone. You can't chew on that bone now. You're going to drive everybody crazy. Here's my live show. My first hiccup in a live show. We got a Roddy chewing a bone here. I need some help, please. Can't stop. That's live TV, ladies and gentlemen. My Roddy came in, grabbed her bone, and she's grinding it in the background. So, can you please remove the bone with the Roddy? I'm doing my live show. A little humor, a little break. Anyways, so another Facebook question was, ever see them communicate with each other? Great question. So I really had to think about that. I got to take a second. One second. Wait, can't have that bone here. Right, why am I live show? Oh my goodness. Okay. Come here. Say hi to everybody since you've been a big wolf. Bone. Roddy. You're a big, beautiful girl. Okay. So we were talking about communication. Gotta get the right earbud back in my ear. First ever hiccup on my live show. Please forgive me. So communication, and I've had that happen quite a bit. There's something going on with that. But when they're doing that, I do not think they're communicating to each other. They know where they are. You'll literally, north, you'll hear a Sasquatch call, and then, southeast, you'll hear another Sasquatch. It's a big bah, right? And they're not communicating with each other. I don't know why I can tell you this. My heart tells me it's for me. I made a call. A few minutes later, they're calling back to me. They know where they are. They just know. And it's communicating to me. So the question is, have I ever seen them communicate to each other? And although they're moving and in the trackways, they're clearly moving together. It's coordinated. They approach in a coordinated fashion. And I can't prove communication at that point. But there's one time. Well, this has happened to me multiple times. But there's one occasion where I've heard them communicate. And what's happening, this has happened in Montana, Washington State, Alberta many times, and British Columbia many times. What will happen is the young males and females that, I don't know what age the females are for sure. There's a few females and young males that are interacting with me, and this is going on for a long time, years in some cases, months in others, weeks sometimes. So they're interacting to the point where it's awesome, great things are happening, I'm excited. And then up on the mountain, up on the hill, back on the ridge, I hear, bah, and the activity is done. That is the big guy saying, you guys have pushed the limit, no more. That is the only time I can sit here, but I'm Todd Standing, so I'm always standing. I can relate to you that absolutely, that was the Sasquatch. That was, I'm a dad. That was dad telling the family, that's it, boys. And you know what happens? Immediate response, back away, and literally sometimes weeks, sometimes in some cases, never again do I get that kind of success. So absolutely, that is the communication that I've seen. And the levels, the family, the respect for it, they don't deviate. They listen immediately, like it's done. I remember one time in particular in Montana, my God, they were coming out of the shadows. I have goosebumps right now just thinking about it. I could see them, and my camera was horrible with low light. This is back in probably 2008ish. Yeah, 2008, 2009. No, even later than that. But anyways, it was a long time, it was a long time ago. And I remember them coming out of the shadows, and I'm zooming in, and I'm seeing movement. I still have that footage where there's movement in the shadows. These dark things are coming right in, and it's so exciting. You can feel it in the air, and then that big. That was the first time I ever. No, that was the second time it's happened, but it was the first time I realized the correlation between the two. That the first time it happened, I was having good activity, not that great, but good. They were coming around, things were good. I was getting good success. They were taking apples, and that yell happened, that scream. It was way off in the back. It's just Dad's watching. Is he always watching? I don't know. But I'll tell you, when he says over, it's over, and that's happened many times. So very, very profound. Understanding that there's a family dynamic, there's respect dynamic, that there's the guy who's the boss, the big dominant male. It's like evolution, guys. It's where you find a bone and they say, well, this bone fits into it's what horses should have looked like about 70,000 years ago. And then you do the carbon dating and you go, it's 70,000 years old. Evolution is perfect and it fits in that way. And evolution has never been wrong. There's no example of it in the scientific community. So I know people are going to balk at that, but whatever. It fits. And what I'm saying is that's the way these pieces are fitting. It's male dominated hierarchy, the way gorillas are. And then you get only female DNA on the female mitochondria side. That's what you get from a male dominated society, right? So only females have successfully bred with Sasquatch, because human females, because the female Sasquatch are dominated by one particular male individual, and there's only one guy for multiple females. So the male Sasquatch are going to go breed with human females because they don't get any and they have that sex drive. My point is, you see how things are fitting? They just fit. I go to a place, I see real tree breaks, I see a mid-tarsal joint, I see a perfect trackway, and then I listen to the eyewitness and his story is just bang on. Everything is legit. I go to a place, I see fake tracks, I see no other signs of Sasquatch, I listen to the guy's story, it's horse crap. Or I'll listen to the horse crap story and go, that doesn't sound right, and I go look for it and there's no signs of Sasquatch. This is not some paranormal twisted thing. These things are fitting like puzzle pieces. They go together and it matches. And that's why the evidence, when you look at it, the mid-tarsal joints, the dermal ridges, the eyewitness accountings, the sounds, the movements, the tree breaks, the structures, the upside down logs jammed in, on and on and on and on, all these things, they match. And they're matching. The truth is coming out. The horse crap is being all blown away. And it's very important that the truth is like the cream. It rises to the top, right? I've been here, since 2007 I went public? What is it, 2020? I'm not going anywhere. So, and never has anybody ever proven anything deficient with me. It's all horse crap stories. That's why Jeff Meldrum works with me still. That's why John Bitternagel did. That's why Survivor Man will come out with me if I give him a call. Because it's the truth. The truth comes out. So don't worry about why focus on there's always the negativity. Everybody, Mother Teresa had haters, and so did Gandhi. So did Einstein. Had haters. So whenever we're doing something great, don't worry about them, because I'll tell you, the people that I meet, the relationships that I build from great people, the cream is rising up to me, and I'm just in the cream right now, and I'm just loving it. So if anybody out there, any of these new guys coming up, how to hunt, and just as an example, eventually, like, a lot of legit in that, man. And we disagree on a lot. Wolves we're going to disagree on. And we got to be able to agree to disagree on things. I'm not going to get along like peas and carrots with anybody. Everybody has their differences. But in the end, if How the Hunt and Steve shows integrity, comes through this, and in the next few years, he's going to say, or I'm going to say, okay, let's do it. Take up my challenge. How to Hunt Steve. Don't take my word for it. Come out with me and I will show you a Sasquatch. The man is clearly an expert. The man is clearly knows his stuff. Clearly. So he can watch my stuff. Be careful, Steve, because the cream is going to come out, and I will show integrity right to the bitter end. I refuse to get in there a long time. I'm not going anywhere. My fans are my fans. My people are my people. Jeff Meldrum and Survivor Man and all the other PhDs and awesome expeditioners aren't going anywhere. These people are blood brothers to me. Like, we've gone out literally and bled together. Jeff Meldrum hiked and kicked his ass, hiking, sweating, busting his ass, went through incredibly dangerous territory with me. He risked his life with me. There were times where I said, with Jeff Meldrum and John Bennernagel, not a word of lie, we're going this way, and John Bennernagel went, we are not. We are going to get lost. That is not the right way. I said, trust me, John, go this way. And John Bennernagel got upset, and he thought I was going to get lost because we could die out there. If I make a wrong turn, we're out in the bush spending the night. We're in deep trouble. Our lives are at stake. And every single time I pulled through. Every time I said, let's go this way, this will get us back, and we're going to do this, I always come through. I always get it. I always figure it out. Every single time. Not one expeditioner, not one person I've ever taken out is going to say I didn't get them home safe. And I take risks like crazy. Of course I do. I scare the hell out of people with the risks. But you know what you know, and you get through it. So one time in my whole career of taking people out on an expedition, I got in a loop and it got a little weird and things got a little wonky, but you know what? You know what it did in the end? I went out with people that were very high anxiety city folk, and we ended up being out for an extra hour. In a 5-hour hike, we were up for 6 hours. One time ever. I spent hundreds of days on expeditions with people. So literally hundreds. So I know my stuff. I have no fear. If How to Hunt comes out with me, what's going to happen is he's going to see, he's going to hear, he's going to see, he's going to watch what I do, and he's going to go, you know this place, you've been here. Expeditioners do it. Expeditioners come out and I go, okay, we're going over here, there's a structure over there, some trees breaks over here, we'll loop around that way. A Sasquatch comes and we loop this way, a bear comes and we loop over that way, and there's the bear. It happens. That it's at a level where you can't deny that I know. Watch the wind gauge, move this way, they're going to forage that way. It just happens. It falls into place. You can't fake and you can't hoax what I'm doing. How could I be going out with Survivor Man? Watch the episode. He says, Todd Standing's my guide, and you trust your guide, but you got to make sure you turn around and make sure you can get out because my life is at stake. But you'll notice he called me his guide. I guided Survivor Man into the hardcore backcountry wilderness. And at times in the episode, he says, don't try to do this without a high degree of survival ability. Looking at me going, he does this. If you can't get that, if you didn't hear what he just said, that's a great man who's saying this man has a high degree of survival ability. That's what Survivor Man said about me. Those are my credentials. Been there, done that. I'm going to do it this year. So excited about my expeditions. Guys, a lot of people are upset. Don't worry about it. It's just going to be a few bumps, and we all make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. People can make mistakes. I'm very forgiving. One more question from Facebook, because we're still doing that, and I'm how far into this? We're 20 minutes in. I'm still doing Facebook. This was such a great question, though. I love this question. My last Facebook question. I don't know the answer to it. This is part of what's so awesome about this show. So when you put wolves in an ecology, so a lot of people are wolf haters and blah, 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 whatever. Wolves literally saved Yellowstone National Park. No arguing it. Watch the videos. Look it up. It's the Canadian wolves from Nordegg. I know the trapper that took the wolves. I know all about this. I know the biologists that were involved in it. The elk and the deer, the whole ecosystem was dying. Everything was dying. The bears, everything. Put the wolves in, they saved the whole ecosystem. They're a keystone species. Without them, the elk and the birds, everything dies. Everything just is annihilated. It's a horrible disaster. The river systems are gone. The fish are gone. It turns into a swamp. That's how keystone wolves are. And it's more than that. I'm only giving you 1/50th of the story. That's how important wolves are. So his question was, are Sasquatch a keystone species like that? And right now, I hate to say it, no. How are they? How do they save an ecosystem? My answer is no. I really don't like to say it. It really pisses me off. I feel in my heart that I'm wrong. I feel they are essential to the ecosystem, but we don't even measure them in the biology, right? We don't know they exist. So how can I sit here and say, yeah, they're a keystone species? The answer is no. So the answer is if you removed Sasquatch, according to what we know about biology, or listen to what I just said, according to what we know about biology, they are not a keystone species, which really pisses me off to say that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's hurtful, but I see no evidence to show they're a keystone species in any way. So, love to hear your opinions on that. I'm even going to pause for a second because I'm so disturbed by that answer. I feel like they are, but they're not. My feelings don't count for squat. And my feelings do count, but and my feelings guide me and give me tremendous success on these expeditions and on the work that I do. It sets me apart, my feelings and how I feel and the people that I work with and my ability to cooperate. But I see no evidence of them being any kind of keystone species. So what do? All right? Maybe they keep the wolves in check. They kick wolf ass. I've seen them keep wolves away from their elk. So, but that doesn't make them a keystone species at all. So I don't know. SoCal Forest Ninja says, Todd, can you call me regarding changing the way I do research? Yes, I can call you. SoCal Forest Ninja, sir. Let's get to some questions online here. Checking in from New Hampshire. Hello, Eric Burns. Whoa. Just had it. The computer was a little frozen. There's hundreds of questions here. Jake Fair. Hey, Todd. Jake here with my family. Watch every week. Give me a shout out if you want. Thanks. Hey, Jake Fair. Bruce. Hi, Todd. Questions. How can I capture footage? How can I capture? So the day in the life of Reuben Wilson. I shouldn't have drank. I almost spit up my beverage. How can I capture footage of Sasquatch? Holy crap. Where's the Holy Grail? Tell me where the Fountain of Youth is. Let's not play. Let's go right to the meat. No more pissing around. How do I get footage? I'm laughing because it's so freaking hard. Because I have 10 videos now. At least 2 that aren't public. No. 11 videos. Okay, well, I have 7 videos public that are clear videos of Sasquatch. So 7 public videos. I have 3 more coming out in California. More than 3. Gosh, I have 5 more. So good videos of Sasquatch. And I tell you, dude, that might sound like a lot. So let's say I have 5 and 7. So I have 11 videos, and I don't even know what to tell you, man. It's like you make this plan. Most of the time I've filmed. Well, this is what I'll tell you. I can tell you this. Sometimes it's important to know what not to do. Out of all the times I've planned it,